Welcome to Jazz Time. JazzTime.com is an online store that buys, sells, trades authentic luxury watches. We make these videos so our customers can easily choose the best watch for themselves in the comfort of their own home. If you like this watch and would like to buy it, click on the link in the description below and buy it at jazztime.com. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Rolex Daytona white gold with a white mother of pearl diamond dial reference 116509. I'm going to talk to you about the case, the bezel, the dial, bracelet, movement, try it on, and give you my thoughts. So let's start. This is the Rolex Daytona, and it is arguably Rolex's most coveted line. When I say most coveted, that's in comparison to the other sports watches such as the Submariner, the GMT, the Yachtmaster. But the Daytona stands above all others in that it's the sports watch that sells for the greatest above retail price. As in, the market price is above retail on every Daytona. And it's quite a bit above it too. Most notably, the stainless steel version, this version, and many other ones, they all sell above retail because they're in such high demand. So let's talk about it a bit. The case itself is 40 millimeters from my thumb to my index finger at the 8 o'clock to the 2 o'clock position, the longest distance across the bezel. It uses an Oyster case. Now, it uses an Oyster case, which is a little bit different from the other sports watches such as the Submariner or the GMT. Those use a much blockier case. This one uses a Oyster, much slimmer case, and the reason is because this is a Daytona which has racing heritage connected with it, and they didn't want to use, this is my thought by the way, that they didn't want to use a blockier case for a watch that is race inspired, and therefore they used the Oyster case, which makes perfect sense. And it looks like it would be a much more streamlined watch as opposed to the Submariner or let's say deep sea. Now, if you look, interestingly, Rolex also uses the same Oyster style case in its Yachtmaster, and it also makes sense because the Yachtmaster is a racing type watch. It's used for those who are yachting, so it makes sense that they would use this type of streamlined case. Okay, so let's move on and turn it on its side and look at the profile. Now, the profile is a slim 12 millimeters. Now, interestingly, the Datejust are also 12 millimeters, which is a perfect thickness in my opinion, and many others as well. But this is a chronograph, so it's got a lot more function in it, and it's still only 12 millimeters. It's the same height as that of a Datejust. So Rolex really did a good job in making a very complicated watch not too thick. Other brands that do chronographs usually make them quite a bit thicker. So this one is done quite well. Okay, so that's the case of the way. And did I mention this watch is made of complete white gold? Now, Rolex has its own gold foundries in which they mix the gold so that it has the perfect consistency, luster, and beauty every single time. They use different mixtures of palladium, platinum, gold, copper, etc. to get just the right color. So them having their own gold foundries allows them to make that the same every single time, as opposed to having to outsource that. But that's to be expected from a company as massive and successful as Rolex. Okay, now let's go ahead and talk about the next thing, which would be the dial. Now, the dial is very special, and in fact it's no longer being produced. This is a mother of pearl. Now, the mother of pearl is a natural pearl, and pearls come from, I guess they're clams or something, from somewhere in the sea, something like that. So each mother of pearl is unique, and it's not going to look exactly like the other one. Just like a natural stone or any natural part is going to look similar, but it's not going to look the same. So each one is going to have some uniqueness to it. And why this one is special? Well, this is a white mother of pearl. They also, at this time, in this generation of watch, they made a black mother of pearl. They also made a white mother of pearl. What you see in front of you here is a white mother of pearl. Also a very beautiful dial. And it has, of course, these diamonds on them, which are internally flawless D-color natural stones. Rolex only uses the absolute best. In fact, they use a gemologist who is trained to pick out the best stones, and then they have a watchmaker or a gemologist put it in there, or a jeweler put it in there. So the dial, as you can see, it looks fantastic. It comes from all the it's comprised of all the rarest items in this world: pearl, diamonds, and even, by the way, the diamonds are surrounded by gold. So you got pearl, diamond, and gold all in one fantastic dial. And they don't make this dial anymore, by the way. So if you want to buy it, you have to go to jazztime.com by clicking on the link in the description below. Okay, now let's talk about the bracelet. Now, the Daytona is only offered on the Oyster Bracelet. Oh, sorry, you know what? It's actually also offered on the Oyster Flex, which is a rubber strap. So they offer it in two kind of bracelets. They do not offer it on the Jubilee. The Jubilee is sort of a dress style watch, so they don't offer it on that. But they do offer it on this Oyster. Okay, and okay, that's the bracelet. Now let's look at the movement. The movement is your 4130 movement. It's been used for, I want to say, the last 20 years or so. Now it's actually just got the new Daytona as of 23 has just been released. It hasn't. It will probably come out toward the end of the year. I haven't seen any hit the shelves yet, but they did make some minor updates in the Daytona such that the movement no longer is a 4130, it's a 4230, and also the dial looks slightly different but very, very similar. Now, all the old Daytonas with a 11 in front of the reference number or a 4130 movement, those ones are being phased out, and they're going to be replaced by the newer Daytona reference 126, etc., etc., and those should be coming out at the end of the year. But they are very similar. They look very similar. The case is still 40 millimeters. So, but what they don't have is they don't have this mother of pearl. So if you like the mother of pearl, then you have to go with the older style one, which is one that you see here. It's not that old either. This is a 2023 model still. So that's the last year you can still get these. All right. So anyways, look. Let me try this on. I'm 6 foot tall, 200 pounds. My wrist size is 7.5 inches. And as you can see from the way it looks on my wrist, it looks fantastic. Now, some people have asked me, like, hey, what do you think about diamonds for a man? Well, you know what? I think it looks great. I mean, what do you think? This watch actually sold to a man, and he is around 6'2". So, you know, I don't think it looks too feminine. You know, it's a beautiful dial. It gives the watch a lot of character when you add all these diamonds and pearls and, you know, gold and stuff. But you still keep it still a little bit subdued and subtle by keeping the watch itself in white gold. That's what I like about it. So I really think this watch is quite a special watch. It's quite beautiful, and for that reason, I'm gonna give it 2 thumbs up. And if you want to buy it, click on the link in the description below and go to jazztime.com.
If you want to find out more about the watch you just saw in the video, you can just click below on Show More to see the full description. Then you can check the link next to Model as seen in video, click on it, and you will get to the proper page where you can see all the details. If you're watching on a mobile phone, you have to click on the arrow down on the right hand side below the video to see the full description. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to share this video with your friends, you can use the share button below and share it on any platform you like. If you have questions, constructive feedback, want to tell us about some mistakes or misspeaks, just write a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, you should subscribe to our channel and visit our channel page where you can find all the videos. And if you're interested in a specific watch brand, you can check out our playlists. If you want to check the price for a watch or want to buy one, remember at jazztime.com you always get a steep discount, so you should check the prices with us. If you want to know the price for a specific watch, just go to Google, type in JazzTime, plus the brand, model, and the details you're interested in, and Google will find the right page for you. Thank you for watching.